Filming this documentary was a truly humbling experience. It's all too easy to make assumptions about people based on our own limited perspectives. But engaging in a genuine and open-minded conversations with participants showed me just how little I knew about them. I was pleasantly surprised to find that I was never disappointed by what I discovered. Each person was like a richly written book, with many insightful aspects to their lives and aspirations. Through these conversations, I was able to understand and gain a deeper appreciation for the different experiences and perspectives of others. You look very mature now.
Thank you.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe I got it mature.
Did you suffer from the life a little bit?
No. I don't think I have.
Okay, really. Then how do you get mature without getting suffered?
That's true, eh? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I just... I don't know. I feel like suffering is a blessing.
Really?
Yeah. And when you're getting blessed, you can't really... Yeah, it's not a negative.
How has life been treating you after high school?
Very good.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
I just came back from Asia.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Vietnam, Thailand. Yeah.
For how long?
Yeah, a month.
A month traveling? Oh my god, really?
Yep. Me, my two best friends, and then my girlfriend came for the last part.
Oh wow.
Yep. Good, very good.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you been saving up for this trip?
Oh yeah, like 6 months. Lots of hard work. I told you I was working 7 days a week.
I know. Why do you work so hard?
So I can save up, so I can enjoy myself.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're not Asian, like we only the one who works
7 days a week.
Yeah.
10 hours a day.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why people, you just graduated from high school. And
I bought a car. The black one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check later on. But why people work so hard?
I don't know. For me, I don't like worrying about money. So when I have money, I'm not worried. I'm stress-free.
Okay. When you don't have money?
I'm stressed.
Oh, okay. All right, so before we officially start, just briefly describe what happened after high school.
After high school, schoolies.
Yeah.
Went to schoolies, had a lot of fun. Sort of like, I guess, graduated from partying really hard to just partying. You know, maybe that's why I look mature, because I don't really party like hard anymore.
Oh, really?
I feel like people who party really hard, they don't look nice.
Certain people in your group, they still like every weekend?
Yeah.
Oh.
100%. There's always those people though.
But how come you get rid of so quickly?
I don't know. You know, I always believe that there's 100% of there's all the people is 100%. 1% is the elite.
Okay.
They don't party at all. They either work really hard, they train really hard. That's the 1%. And then you have 98% left. The 8%, I would like to be part of that. I party, but I work hard. And then you got everyone else.
Wait, 90%?
No. So 1% of
1%.
100%,
Yeah.
the elite.
Okay.
And then 8% is semi,
Okay.
and then 90% is everyone else.
There's another 1%.
No, I want to be the 8%. I don't want to be the 1%.
Okay. All right. Mathematically, okay, never mind. Okay.
What do you mean? You got 1% minus 100 equals 99.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Fair enough. Sorry. So, and
then I quit my job that I had in high school.
What was it?
Rebel.
Okay.
Rebel sport. I got into something that I'm really passionate. I work with kids a lot. I've been working with kids since year 9. Like coaching.
Coaching, yeah. You talk about a few times, yeah.
So I started doing that. I did before and after school care. And then I started working at OPSM, the optometrist place, because my sister was the assistant manager. So she said you'll like it. It's a nice workplace.
Okay, yeah.
And I've been doing that since then. And I got a new position in my before and after school care.
Okay.
It's education manager.
Oh wow.
It's if we do an excursion or we want to do a new program, I sort of organize it.
Better pay?
A little bit, but I have to get more like qualified.
Oh.
I have to become what's called a RP, responsible person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I have to study for that.
For how long?
It's a 3 months TAFE course,
Oh, that's not too bad.
but it's online, so it's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that has been your life. You didn't have gap year,
No.
overseas travel.
No.
I mean,
I
except-
went to uni. I forgot about that. I've been going to uni. Yeah.
How could you have forgot about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
The holidays have
No.
been very good.
No, because I guess the uni didn't play a very big part of your life.
No.
Exactly. So that's why you didn't even mention
To be
about
honest, uni is like a regular thing. It's like breathing.
it. Oh,
You know, you just do it.
so it's not hard
Well,
for you?
It is hard, but in the terms of like, you know, when your mum tells you to like, brush your teeth, you brush it. My mum told me, go to uni, get a degree,
Okay.
and just disappear if you want from life. I don't care. Just have a degree.
Alright.
So yeah,
That's a
what I'm
minimum
doing.
requirement for you.
Yes,
Okay.
but I like my degree. So
So what are you doing?
I'm doing exercise, sports science, and business.
Where about?
ACU.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do you get to see Elodie? It's different campus.
You know, I actually did.
Oh shit.
I saw her. I
Usually.
got off the bus. We locked eye contact.
Yeah.
And she didn't say hi, and I didn't say hi.
Why?
I don't know. It was really
Come on.
awkward.
That was our ex-captain, Elodie Wheeler. Come on.
It was really awkward.
How could you not say hello?
But do you know what? I was surprised she was there.
Why?
Because ACU is not a smart uni.
Oh no. But
I thought she'd be in like ACU, I mean Sydney or
No,
NSW.
which campus was it? Strathfield?
Stratford, yeah.
Oh wow.
I was at North Sydney for a term and then Stratford.
Okay. Oh, wow. Can you make sure that you say hi to her next
If
time?
I see her, I will make sure.
Yeah. Come on, that was like small little bus from the station to do that all the
Yeah.
time. It's small little bus. How
Yeah. I don't know, eh?
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah.
It's unlike your character as well.
No, honestly, she was like walking off and I was like, wait, that's a Lodi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she took her mask off. That's
Ah.
why, yeah.
Oh, okay. What a fun story though.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's get into the our official.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. Introduce yourself a little bit.
My name is Arshia. I went to East Public School and then went on to go to Penno Hills High School. Is that a good intro?
But tell us a bit of your family.
I've got a mum and a dad and a sister. My sister recently got engaged.
Oh,
Yep.
congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you posted on the Instagram. That was your
Maybe.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Engagement's in 7th of January. Hopefully the marriage is soon. Sorry, the wedding. My mum is a store manager in David Jones, Ralph Lauren.
Okay.
My dad's a chef. My mum was a chef, but now she's doing this because she's more passionate about like design and fashion.
Where about? Lofron.
Chatswood Chase,
Oh, okay.
David Jones. Yeah.
Are they on the sale right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I should.
Do you want a
a
discount?
Can you get a discount?
Yeah. 50%.
No way.
I'll hook you up.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Everything.
Everything.
Shit, that's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not-
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay. Can we promise? Pinky promise?
Pinky
if you hook me
promise
up?
on the camera.
Oh, yeah, camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Wow. I'm glad I interviewed you now. Okay.
Of course.
All right. Yes. What else?
And we are from Iran, and we moved to Australia in 2013 in hopes of a better life because my dad is a Christian, and we didn't have an easy life in Iran being Christians. So we were forced out of our country.
2000 and how old were
13.
you?
I was 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
Didn't speak any English.
So you pick up English quite well then?
No.
No.
I had a very difficult 2014
And
because I couldn't speak English. So I didn't have any friends in primary school. And so my mum used to come to school to have lunch with me. So I didn't sit with anyone. And it's funny because I understand it now, but like back then, the other kids were like, "Oh, say I'm an idiot," and I would say it because I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't speak English, so I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot," and they would laugh at me. But yeah, it's fun memories though. I actually, yeah, I don't know. People say, "Oh, I got bullied in primary school." I got bullied in primary school, but I loved it. Primary school was the best time of my life.
really? How come?
Think about it. I'm a kid coming from a different country. And I get here. You know, I got to Australia on a Saturday evening. Sunday morning, went to the Opera House and looked at the city. Monday morning, I was in school.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was incredible. It was so cool. My school in Iran was a little concrete building with a little concrete soccer ground. And I come here And these guys have an oval, they have a hall, they have a canteen, they have aircon, they have carpets as floors, they have, I don't know, it was sick. It was sick, dude. I honestly, like when I talk about it, I get really happy. I love primary school.
Oh, wow.
I always go back to my primary school, and I'm still in contact with my primary school teachers.
That's incredible. How did you adapt?
You had to.
I mean, how did you change? What was the changing process?
I guess it was just a survival thing, like a
Okay.
survival instinct, because I used to do ESL to like learn English, but that wouldn't help. But you know, every day I would have to ask for something from a teacher. I'd be like, can I go bathroom? Can I go bathroom? Can I go to the bathroom? And slowly the sentence where it was like, bathroom, turned into, can I go to the bathroom, please?
Oh.
And then my accent faded. Oh, you should have heard me in year 4. I have videos of me in year 4. I was like, excuse me, miss, can I go to the bathroom?
Oh, really?
Thick, like Persian accent.
Oh, wow. So how did you... I mean, now you sound very Aussie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So what kind of influence your parents have on you?
What kind of influence? My parents, in terms of like how I present myself, my parents have a very heavy influence on me. Like, I'm the type of guy who, like, I apologize a lot if I do something wrong. I make sure, to be honest, I look at some Australian kids and they do something that hurts someone and they're like, oh, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Or they just go, oh, sorry, mate. Whereas my culture, I've learned so much that, like, it's not just, sorry, mate. You say, sorry, I did that. Can I do anything to make you feel better? The next day, how you feeling? You feeling better? Sorry again. That, like, and, saying please, saying thank you. All those things, little things, in terms of behavior, my parents have the heaviest influence on me.
Okay. Wow. You don't really feel like that Arshia I knew from the high school, though, right now.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
That's because I hated high school. Did you know that? You probably could have guessed it, but I hated high school.
Oh, really?
Worst time of my life.
But you loved the primary school.
Loved it.
Okay. We're going to get back to the primary school and high school haters later on, okay?
Sure.
Your parents, are they ambitious for you?
Yes. They're ambitious that I do something that will make me happy in life.
Okay.
Because a lot of parents say, oh, I don't want you to be a garbage man because then you won't, have enough money, or you won't do this, you won't do that. My parents say you can be a garbage man if you're making enough money to make you happy. Like, it's not about what I do or what I become. It's about the fact that I am happy in life. That's all they care about. They don't care about the money. They don't care about anything. That's why they're very supportive when I, like, dropped out of my degree, changed my degree. Yeah.
What are your ambitions?
To be happy. I genuinely, I could, in this world, you probably agree, the hustle culture is crazy. Get up at 4 a.m. Do this, read 10 books in a day, don't sleep, drink water, I don't know, just random stuff like that. Andrew Tate, all that kind of crap. Like, be
that?
rich. Nah, just, honestly, my trip, it was a simple trip, right? For a rich person, for my whole trip, flights, everything included, $6,000, right? For a rich person, $6,000 is like charity money. They're like, oh, $6,000, just donate it to that charity. For me, that was a lifetime experience. And that keeps me happy, That's why I reckon if you have too much money, it's very hard to keep yourself happy. Because you got to do more. But when you don't have money, you do a little bit and you're happy.
Wow. What other obstacles do you have in life right now?
What do you mean obstacles?
Like some struggles, or what do you
okay.
encounter some
sorry.
difficulties?
So, probably mental health.
Oh.
Not in the term of like I'm depressed or anything, but motivation is really like a big thing for me.
Okay.
Sometimes I get up and I just don't get up. Like, I get up from my sleep and I don't get up. I don't know why. Like, I'll be on my phone scrolling and I'll talk to myself like, dude, what are you doing? Get up. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't know. It's something like that. That's the first thing. The second thing is not the fear of being liked, but the fear of... It sounds bad, but it's not like... I'm not obsessed with being liked or like being popular, but coming from a different country and having to find friends was really hard for me. So that kind of like scarred me a little, and I hate when I don't fit in. That's why like primary school, high school, I was never the type to like, oh, those guys are the nerds, those guys are the weirdos. I was best friends with some of the smartest people in high school and some of the dumbest people in the high school. Like, you know, it was never about me not like rejecting someone. That's why like my friend group or myself, when I exclude someone, I hate it. That's my pet peeve. Like when my friends exclude someone, I hate it so much.
So how do you do?
I invite them myself, or I text them. I'm like, sorry, you couldn't come. You know, hopefully we can do something else.
I think that's the part of the bit of the culture we have in our area, that sometimes we just have friends group and then somehow they decide not like the one person, and then and
they're out for no reason. It's crazy, eh?
Not being liked by them. I don't know, something.
It's not about, but like for me, to be honest, it's not about me being liked. Like, let's say, who do I give an example? Like, see, in high school, right? This is what I heard about me. I heard that people said I'm a dickhead and I'm obnoxious and I'm rude, and it's fine.
Yeah.
And let's say, you know, I speak to someone like Elodie, you know, me and Elodie did SLC or whatever it's called together. We were very, you know, respectful of each other. You know, Elodie might have not liked me. I didn't really care about that. But the fact that Elodie still spoke to me and was respectful of me, that was what I cared about. You know, I don't care if someone doesn't invite me to their party. But if someone literally doesn't talk to me, like they don't respect me enough to talk to me, or even, you know, that's like, I'm like, fuck, what did I do?
Okay. That's
okay.
problem. No problem at all. The reputation that you had in high school. It's okay. Tell me about it. What was the rumors?
I didn't even know, to be honest. Like, it wasn't like I was the type of guy to have like a lot of girlfriends or anything like that, or talk to a lot of girls. So I obviously didn't have like the F-boy reputation.
Yeah.
I wasn't the type to like get in fights, so I wasn't the aggressive type. People just thought I'm a dickhead.
Why?
Without like talking to me.
Why?
No, genuinely, I heard this. The first time I found out about this was like year 8 or something.
Even year 8?
Yeah, I was talking to like my friend group. I was like talking like Daniel Thomas, Daniel Marine, those guys. I was like talking to them, and they're like, we were just talking like, oh, do you ever wonder what people think of you? And they automatically said, oh, people think you're a dickhead. I was like, what? What did I do?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't want to sound like I'm up myself, but I think people get worried and scared when someone's really open and very friendly to everyone. You know, people don't like someone who can talk to anybody. It's very threatening.
Okay.
You know, let's say you're friends with someone, right, and you're very close to them, and you never want to lose them as a friend. And I come in, you know, I'm like, hey mate, how you going? You know, I chat on with them. They like me. They invite me to lunch the week after. And then the month after, they ask you, it's like, oh, can Arshia come to your house? And you're like, what? When were you friends with Arshia? And it goes like that, you know. I don't know if you know, but our year group was very, how do I say it, colonized.
Oh wow.
So you had the West Pennant Hills kids. You had the Pennant Hills public school kids.
I have no idea.
And then you had the Thornley West public school kids.
Yeah.
And then you had all the randoms like me, Eastwood Public, or who else like went to a random public school? I don't even know anyone who went to a random public school. Pennant Hills, West Pennant Hills, Thornley West. Beecroft, yes, Beecroft. You had the Beecroft kids, Ben Rosenberg, Alfie, yeah. But other than that, no one.
Oh, wow.
That's why I came in and I tried to fit in with these groups. And obviously me trying to fit in with these groups, some people didn't like it, so they thought I was a dickhead.
I thought you had a pretty solid group in high school though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I had 2 solid, very, very solid groups. I had the Koala Boys, Connor, Daniel, Sean. They're my boys. They're like people, you know, they're my ride or dies. And then I have my soccer boys, Rowan, Ty, Richard, and you know, I love those guys, you know, forever. Like we've done so many things that I would never think I'll do with my own siblings. You know, like we've done a lot. And so yeah, I was very, very blessed with 2 solid groups. But screw the rest of them.
What does success mean to you?
Success. Again, being happy, man. Like, if you're genuinely, if I see someone after like 10 years from my high school, right? And I ask them, I'm like, oh, sorry.
No.
Oh.
We're gonna see this in 7 years. We're gonna see them.
Oh yeah,
basically,
100%. Yeah. If I see someone from high school and they don't have a single degree, they work full time at like some store, you know, they haven't achieved anything. If I ask them like, how you going? They're like, yeah, I'm great, man. Doing well. You know, I've bought a car. You know, my wife's having a kid soon. You know, life is great.
Okay.
And I look at myself. Let's say, hopefully, let's say I'm rich but not happy. I'm like, well, who's the dickhead here? Me, because I'm not happy. I might have all this money and they're happy. They're living a good life. They're happy. They've got a wife. They've got a kid coming along, and I'm the one who's not happy. You know, it's crazy. You can have all the power and money in the world, but if you can't give it to someone else, it's very, very lonely. A lot of people, I don't know if you're like this, but for me, when I have money and I spend it on someone else, that gives me satisfaction. When I spend money on myself, it doesn't give me satisfaction. But when I buy my girlfriend like a bag or something, when I give my boyfriend,
Yeah.
when I give my girlfriend a bag or like shoes, that's the satisfaction for me. I'm like, I worked hard, and then now I have the money to make this person happy out of nowhere. You know?
Yeah. Sort of things as much in a Western culture?
No. Because they have so much available to them, you know? For me, my dad buying me like a toy gun was amazing. Like I didn't have a Nerf in my country. So when my dad went to like Thailand for a trip and brought me back a Nerf gun, it was a little tiny Nerf gun. They're like $6 in Target here. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Nerf?
Yeah.
You know, but these guys, you buy a kid here a Nerf gun, they're like, what's this? I wanted Legos. Do I look good, by the way? No, I'm kidding.
You look amazing,
No, I'm kidding,
dashing.
I'm kidding.
Okay. Did you have a good childhood?
Yes.
Tell me about your childhood a little bit.
I had a very good childhood.
Back in Iran, and then back in here.
Yeah, no, I had a very good childhood. In Iran, we were wealthy. My dad owned my dad was an exporter of tea. And tea's very big in like, you know, Middle Eastern culture. Everyone drinks tea. And so he exported tea from all over the world, India, Turkey, everywhere. And he was a Christian. And obviously he did a lot of cooking when he was like younger, like 20 or something. But before we came to Australia, he was an exporter. And, you know, he had like little properties and stuff like that. So we were doing really well. We were in a very good suburb, living in a nice apartment, you know, 2 cars. We were well off. And then the whole thing happened where the government kept pressing our family. We had to move to Australia. You come here, and then, you know, the house that we lived in Australia, however much it was here, it'd be like equivalent of like 30,000 Australian. 30,000 Australian is nothing. It's not even a brand new car. So we came here and we were struggling, but we were very happy. That's the one thing. That's why I'm like very focused on being happy in life, because my family and I, we've been through a lot, but we've always been happy. You know, we lived in a small unit in Eastwood when we moved here, Doombin Avenue. I'll never forget that place. If I ever become like a millionaire, I'll go and buy that apartment and just leave it empty just so I can remember it. But lived in a tiny apartment. I would open my door and I couldn't even step in my room. My bed would just be there. That's how small the room was, you know. We had like one of those IKEA tables with like 2 chairs, not even 4. We're a family of 4 and we had 2 chairs. So someone would have to eat breakfast on the couch and someone would have to eat breakfast on the table. But again, we were very happy. You know, primary school, that was when I lived in Eastwood, went to Eastwood Public, and I was very happy. I never felt like I was missing out on anything. I never felt like I was, you know, I wasn't fortunate. We were fine. And then we got a little bit better. My dad got a better job. My mom got a better job. We moved to Carlingford into a much bigger apartment, much bigger place. And then, yeah, we went from there pretty much. So childhood wise, very good, because I was always happy, even when I was sad.
Did you do sports like what kids did in Australia?
Yes. Well, no. You know, by the second year of Australia, like me being in Australia, I didn't even know sport existed on weekends.
Oh shit.
And I was in primary school and the boys were talking about like how they had soccer trials. I was like, soccer trial? What are you talking about, soccer trials? You play soccer here? And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, yeah, did you do soccer trials? I was like, yeah, I did. And they were like, oh, what team? I was like, Eastwood. I had to lie, but anyways, I found out that soccer was a thing, so I started playing soccer. But I was very, very fat back then in primary school. Can I show you a quick photo?
Yeah.
Quick photo. I know where it is. It's one of my favorite photos. I was huge in primary school.
Why were you so fat?
I don't know. I was just fat.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah.
I was just really, really just humongous. Oh yeah, this is me playing soccer. First year of me playing soccer.
Oh wow. Big belly, hey. Oh,
I was just really fat. So I wasn't very good at soccer. And then year 6, I shrunk like all the weight off. I don't know why. Maybe it was baby fat. But year 6, I got fit. I started playing soccer a lot. I started training a lot. And then I got into like rep teams and whatever. And I followed the white kids path into soccer.
Okay. Cool. Are your parents are renting or they?
Yes, my parents are renting. Yeah.
Okay. Where about?
Carlingford.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But my sister's moved out now, so.
Okay. You'll get married one day, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. How many children are you thinking having?
2, because all the family deals are 4 people.
Oh. For real?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm not kidding. Flights,
that is true.
airplanes,
Yeah.
the rows, it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. You have a family of 4, you get a whole row to yourself.
Wow. And KFC?
KFC, family meal, you get 4 burgers, 4 chips, 4 drinks. I get the bigger burger, I get a chip and a drink.
Do you believe in love?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Have you ever been in love?
Huge. Yeah.
How many times?
Wow. That's a good question. How many times? Twice.
Okay. What is that? What does love feel like?
Warm. Wow, I just felt warm as well. Warm. Yeah, it's just a warm, fuzzy feeling. Cozy. And then it's happy as well. Feels happy.
Love in pain.
Oh, look, love is a people say, like, do you have a job right now?
Me?
Like, yeah, do you work at one job?
I just quit my job at Penno.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're still employed. You're employed in the industry of love. Love is very, very hard work. Love is a second job that whoever has a girlfriend or a wife or a partner or someone they like or someone they have a crush on, even though they don't know them, that's work. It is such hard work. And if you do it right, you trust me, love can stay forever. But yeah, it's just like work, you know, you have a boss who's a pain in the ass. You have a girlfriend who's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Really?
But you know, you work.
But you say warm and happy.
Of course, you get a promotion. No, I'm kidding, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
No, but you know, there's just like work. There's good times, there's bad times, there's Christmas parties, you know. You feel warm and fuzzy, you know. You know, if you really like your job and your job really likes you, it's a lot of more happy times, you know. Your boss isn't as much of a pain in the ass. But if you have a boss who, you know, and sometimes when you have love, there's other workers, and it's really awkward because you know you don't want other workers. You just want you as the worker.
Okay. I like.
Sorry, that's such a confusing analogy.
No, that was a beautiful analogy. I love it. What are you looking for in your partner?
Adaptability.
Oh. Why?
Because if I'm sad, adapt and help me. If I'm happy, adapt and be happy with me. If I'm poor, adapt. Be happy with me. If I'm rich, adapt and live a rich life. You know, adapt. People say understanding, people say patience. All of that, it's all about adapting. You know, if you're not a patient person, if you're not an understanding person, but you love your boyfriend, you adapt and then you become understanding and you have patience. You can't just ask for one thing. Adaptability brings you everything.
Are you an affectionate kind of person?
Yes, so much. So much. I love, like, just my language of love is touch. Even if I'm like, I've got one finger on your shoulder, I'm happy. You know, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very affectionate. Even when I'm like upset, I'm very affectionate. You know, like, yeah, I don't know.
Are you the kind of guy who like has to like sort of text in the before good night and then in the morning?
No.
First thing in the morning, wake up and text it.
No,
morning.
that's so cringe, dude.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't even do that to my own girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
And we've been dating for like a year and a bit. Look, I'm not a phone person that much.
Oh, okay.
Like, I've gone like 2 days without calling my girlfriend. She's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I wasn't on my phone. If you wanna, just come over." Genuinely, like me and my girlfriend, if I can go through my phone right now, I don't call my girlfriend or text my girlfriend because we're together. Like, people text their girlfriend for like 2 hours. I'm like, what are you doing? Just go see her. Like, seriously.
That's a good point.
If you're gonna talk on the phone for 2 hours, meet up. That's, you know, if you can. Like, if they're in another country, fair enough.
Okay, so we want to see how many people will climb up, how many people maintain their social class.
Wow. You know what you can do with that?
Yeah.
You can make like a betting thing.
Nah.
No, I'm kidding.
Arsha.
Well, I'm putting $10 down on the loading to succeed. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Our year was a very difficult year.
Oh, you reckon?
Yes. Our
Why?
year was very
Why?
difficult. We had a lot of stuff that we had to deal through. You know, we had passings, but you know, we had genuinely. I spoke to some of the teachers, some of my favorite teachers, and they said other teachers had a thing against our year.
Really?
Yes, because teachers were saying that our year was the most disappointing year ever.
Oh, really? Oh, that's not
I'm
true.
telling you right now, we have people who have dropped out from our year right now, right? We have Ben Grundy, Adrian Turpentine. I can name so many.
Yeah.
They're so happy and successful in what they're doing right now. Genuinely. They're doing so much better and they seem so much better off. So our year was a difficult year. Sorry, sidetrack, but yeah.
No, it's all good. So yeah, we want to see that as well. Mari Lahan is in the film as well.
That's awesome. That's
know,
a big
I
one.
know. Lots of people wanted to see you as well in the future.
Really?
Few people messaged me. They're interested in they're gonna see your future. Like, I want to see, you know, Arshia in 7 years.
I want to see me in 7 years. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so do you think people go to a private school might have a better chance to be
Yes.
successful in our life than people go to public school?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Can I give you an example?
Yeah, sure.
You're familiar with CHS, right? CHS Sport. So CHS Soccer, from CHS you go into Sydney Metro. Sydney Metro you go into New South Wales. New South Wales you go into Sydney All Boys. Sydney Schoolboys Soccer Team. Sorry, Australian Schoolboys Soccer Team. Did you know from a squad of 16, there was 10 kids from private schools?
16?
16.
Okay.
There were 10 kids from private schools. I'm not very good at maths, but that's more than half. You're telling me that in all of Australia, you're going to pick 16 kids and more than half of them are from private schools? How does that happen? And trust me, you look at the Socceroos, more than half of them went to public schools. More than half of them didn't even go to high school. They dropped out. You look at, I don't know if you're familiar with a business called Goodman.
Goodman.
Yep. So Goodman is the largest industrial real estate company in Australia.
Okay.
They operate in all over Australia and they've moved to like Asia as well. My friend works for them, and did you know more than 70% of interns are private school kids?
Oh, wow.
How does that happen?
70%.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's private schools, it's not about the education. They don't get a better education, not at all, but they get better connections. I know teachers from private schools who look at a kid and they're like, you know, I've got a mate, do you want to come for a meeting? Not a single time was I invited by one of the school teachers to do something, or they didn't give me an idea of like what to do in after high school. Except for Mr. Simmons, obviously he's a career advisor, but you'd never see like a random teacher who would come up to you, be like, Arshia, you know, you're very good at talking. Why don't you come to see my friend? He's a manager. And you can't tell me people don't have friends. I'm like 18 years old and I've already gotten jobs for people younger than myself by the connections I have.
Yeah.
But primary school, they don't do that. You know, they're not. There's not a culture of that.
Wow. So how can we do about this, I don't know, this social gap, class gap?
You can't. It's already created. And that's how it is. And you gotta, that's why for someone who works so much harder from our class to make it into that class, they're there. That's the golden ticket. They stay there. Do you want to know a great example? You know the Sydney cricket ground? So there's a little section in the Sydney cricket ground that has a 90-year waiting list. And the people who get those tickets are the utmost upper class people.
Oh.
You know, people's grandfathers get on the waiting list so that their family in the future can get those seats. That's why someone from our class, if they work hard enough and they make it into that class, that's it. That's the golden ticket. Because their kids, trust me, I'm sending my kids to private school.
Oh.
Yeah, purely on the opportunity basis. It's not even about the education.
Okay.
Someone from Maryland can get a 99.98 ATAR. Someone from Mossman can get a 99.9 ATAR. It's not about the education. It's all about the opportunity.
Okay. I see. So, because apparently, I asked some other people, they are very optimistic about middle class. They think 60-70% of people can climb up.
Wow,
I know.
that's a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in this documentary because I got a big data. Like that 60 people is a lot.
60 people is very, very big.
Yeah. Exactly. So we're gonna find it out in 7 years or like 14 years. How many people climb up?
Climb up. What are you measuring? Are you measuring like happiness or position in work
I'm
or
talking
wealth?
about I'm not talking about the financial.
Financial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Financial success because yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Anyone you spoke to from Penno Hills, if they say that they're not well off, they are lying.
No, really.
They are lying.
Okay.
Trust me. Getting the opportunity to live in Penno Hills in a house, that's well off. It's not about how big the house is. It's not about anything like that. It's about safety. It's about accessibility. It's about cleanliness. It's about opportunity. You look at Penno Hills. You got Penno Hills High School, Tara, Cherrybrook High School. You've got St. Benedict's High School. That's 5 schools. You look at somewhere like Carlingford. Like, I love Carlingford, but like, let's just compare to what we know. Carlingford High School, Cumberland High School. 2 compared to 5. And literally, Carlingford is 10 minutes down the road.
That's good point.
People from Penno Hills, they're well off.
Okay. Anyway, tell us about your relationship with God. What is it like?
Yeah. Well, I'm Christian.
Yeah.
Anglican. And my relationship with God is it's a good relationship because I do everything in God's name. You know, I go out for a drive and I'm like, watch out for me. You know, before I sleep I pray. My relationship is good. I don't go to church. I find going to church difficult.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I feel, if anyone sees this from my church, I don't know if they will, but I feel that there is judgment from people who go to church, even if they don't mean it. You know, so a lot of the time you can judge someone without meaning it. You know, for example, I could look at someone like, I don't know. Let's say someone from, I don't know, I could see someone from my high school, right? And they have a drug problem, right? I could see them like, why is he smoking so much? Why is he taking drugs so much? Without actually knowing that there is something, or, if the drugs are making him happy, he's having a hard time and the drugs are what is keeping him going. You might not know that you're judging. That's why I don't go to church. I don't go to church because the decisions I make are all in God's name, but somehow I get judged for it. People.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, of course. I used to be a youth leader at church, right? Every Friday, I would get there at 4:30. I would go home at 9 o'clock. all for free, all for volunteer. All I did it out of the love I have for kids and God and everything else. One day, I was like, sorry, I don't want to do this anymore because I would like to hang out with my friends on a Friday night. Some people are different. Some people are going to be the people who become priests. Some people are going to be me, who love God and care about God and would take a bullet for God, but they don't want to spend their Friday night at a church. I felt a lot of judgment for that.
Wow.
I haven't heard from anyone from church. I've tried to contact people from church. I haven't been successful. I don't know. Maybe they don't mean it genuinely. I'm very optimistic of people doing shitty stuff, but maybe they don't mean it. But yeah, I don't go to church, but very, very strong relationship with God. I talk to my friends about God, even if they're not Christian. Yeah.
I can imagine the sense of betrayal that you experienced.
Not even betrayal, confusion. Like, what? Like, how are you gonna, like, last week you were like, hey brother, love you brother, love your work brother, and then this week you're like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know, just like, because you're providing something and you just decide to stop that one, and then all of a sudden everyone
Well,
is like,
yeah, some people, you know, Parky, like, not everyone's gonna be a president. You know, not everyone's a teacher. Not everyone is a party animal. You know, you could get judgment from your friends for not going out on a Friday.
Anyway, yeah. Have you thought about death?
Death. I'm terrified.
Okay, tell me about it.
I'm terrified, dude. I get goosebumps talking about it. I'm terrified of dying.
Why?
Just, I look at, dude, imagine you're old and you're frail and you're weak and you can't breathe and you just die. That's so terrifying to me. I don't know. I honestly, one of the things I pray about a lot is to have a painless death, painless and quick death. And one of the biggest things is not being able to see my parents anymore. Like, one day they're just not there anymore, and it is so scary. It is terrifying. I don't know. I hate it. But yeah.
But don't you gonna go to heaven and then rejoin with your parents?
Yeah.
Then why is it so scary?
I don't know. I don't know. I love living. Earth is nice, you know. We have a beautiful world. We have beautiful things, and I like being here.
Okay.
You know, I can't think. You know, this morning I woke up. I texted my friends. I was like, "Let's hang out. Let's have some beers. Let's have a barbecue."
Yeah.
I can't think about the fact that one day I can't do that because I'm on a bed with an oxygen mask, not being able to get up, not being able to go to the bathroom. You know, it's so scary. And people who say they're not afraid of death, they haven't sat down and thought about it.
But after death, you're gonna go to heaven, right?
I believe that, yes.
What is the good thing in life? Because you just talk about this, life is so good. Tell us about all the beautiful good things.
It's just so you have so much control. You know, you have so much control. If you're genuinely having a difficult time and you're done with life, sell everything, go to Vietnam, like I did. I literally sold everything I had. I sold my speaker. I sold my clothes.
What?
I didn't need anything. I didn't need these things. And I was like, you know what? Let's sell it. Let's have more money for Vietnam. And I went to Vietnam, had an amazing time, and now I'm back, refreshed, ready to go.
Wait a second. How did you sell your stuff?
Gumtree, Facebook.
I'm giving away my stuff.
You shouldn't. I saw that. You shouldn't.
Oh, really?
Sell it. There's never a good reason to give away stuff. Even charity. Do you really think that kids are getting your teddy bear that you're donating? I don't think so. I don't even know where they end up.
But if I'm giving away my colognes and bags, and I think people can use it, no?
Sell it. You worked hard and you bought that cologne. Why should anyone else have it for free?
Felt like it. What's the enjoyable thing you like to do in life right now? Enjoy. Oh, this is so good. Life is so good.
Company.
Okay.
I love company. I love people's company. Even my girlfriend comes to my house sometimes and I just sit there and I just lay in bed and I'm watching a video. You know, I've got my arm around her and she's like, let's go do something. I'm like, why? I'm satisfied with life. You know, just the fact that I'm breathing. You know, my dad has a very good saying. He says, when life is boring, it's the best part. because you're healthy and you have no worries. So life is boring. That's why he says, I love living a boring life. Because, you know, when I don't have any like worries, when I'm healthy, I don't need to go to the doctors. I'm like, well, what do I do now? Life is boring.
Okay.
Well, what you explained what fulfillment is, I'm getting fulfillment right now. Like I just enjoy, you know, I enjoy whatever I'm doing. But gym, working out, playing sport is obviously, I'm sure a lot of people have said this, but gives me a lot of fulfillment.
Do you still do soccer?
Yeah, of course.
Every weekend?
Yep.
Did you win last season?
Last season, no.
Yeah.
Last season was my worst season I've ever played soccer.
What happened?
We got relegated,
Oh.
and I was playing under a coach that I didn't like,
Okay.
and he wasn't nice, and I just mentally, like not mentally, just like general mental health, but soccer mental health, I was the lowest, and physically I was the lowest. I kept getting injured, or just yuck.
Are you ready to another?
Oh yeah. I was working out, you know, even though Vietnam was a trip, I was working out every day.
Really?
Like I was working out as much as I could.
What did you do?
Just gym. Just the gyms in the hotel.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you read?
Yes.
What do you read?
Currently, The Alchemist.
Alchemist. What is it about?
The Alchemist is about how to find something that you're destined to do.
Okay.
By Paulo Coelho.
How do we find what we're destined to do?
You don't stop trying. You don't stop trying, and you don't give up, and you don't stop trying. There was an artist. I'm not sure what his name was, but there was an artist in Italy who didn't sell a single painting until she was 84.
Sounds like me.
Oh no!
What else did you read growing up?
Growing up, Harry Potter, The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, just normal stuff. But you know, it's interesting nowadays. I think about it. Diary of the Wimpy Kid is the most useless novel ever.
Oh really?
Doesn't teach you anything. The amount of stuff I've learned from books, and genuinely the power of books that I've realized now is incredible. And when you give a kid something like The Diary of the Wimpy Kid or the biography of James Tedesco, it's useless.
Did you enjoy reading though back then?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, maybe.
Yes,
Just
maybe just enjoyment, hey?
getting into the reading,
Yeah.
the habit of reading.
Yeah.
So what kind of else growing up, high school? What did you study for English?
How do you mean?
What kind of text did you study at high school? In high school?
Oh, honestly, I'll give New South Wales this. The texts that we studied in high school were very good.
Okay.
The Mice and Men, of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
So good.
Really?
That is one of the books. I bought it afterwards.
Oh, really?
Like very rarely I buy books because I get given books, but I bought that book. The Great Gatsby. Just the writing is so incredible. There was a teacher in my high school, you know her, Miss Bell. She got me back into reading.
Okay.
I stopped reading in year 5.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Throughout high school I didn't read until year 9. I had Miss Bell for year 9.
What did she do?
She had a book corner. It was incredible. She had a little book library in the classroom with bean bags.
Yeah.
There was a screen and she would put up book of the week, recommendations. The books were in genres. You know, we did 10 minutes of reading just because, not even because we had to. We did 10 minutes of reading every class. And she was like, let's just read. It was sick. And if you didn't want to read, you didn't have to. You could just take a 10-minute nap. It was awesome. It was so good. And she got me back into reading, and then she got pregnant and she left school and I stopped reading.
Because let's talk about I forgot the name.
Of Mice and Men.
Of Mice and Men. Okay, tell me what's so good about it.
Oh, it's so real. Like
What's real?
the fact that the mice
I've read it.
Okay, yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, it shows how someone who is autistic, someone who we think they don't see the world as we do. We think they don't understand. We think they don't have the ability to understand. They do, and they do it much better. You know, they see things in such better, clearer ways. And like, I don't want to ruin the ending for anyone, but the ending is just how does that happen?
Why do you? What's so fascinating about ending? How did it make you feel?
Because like I felt betrayed. I felt sad. I was really sad with that ending of the person passing away. I was like,
why do you feel betrayed? Don't you think that's probably?
Because I was attached. I was attached to him.
Don't you reckon that's probably the best ending for him? What else do you want me to bring him to the prison and then beaten up by the people, get bullied?
Help him escape. Help him go.
And then he's not gonna survive alone in
I
this
don't know.
world.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah?
But that was like the only book that made me attached to a character. I was so attached, and I remember exactly the day we were reading it in classroom. We were going through it, and then I flip over the page. I was like, no.
Yeah.
And we read it. I was like, genuinely, it wasn't just me. People in the classroom were shocked. We were deflated. We were like, what now? It was incredible book. Definitely read it.
Any book that you think changed your life?
Of Mice and Men.
Yeah. Do you think that book changed your life?
Yes.
In what way?
In the way of just, you know what it taught me? Your own blood can literally kill you. Like your own family can be the one reason that you live or die.
Come on, that brother was helping him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but again, your family has the power to kill you or keep you alive.
Wow.
But it also taught me that some decisions, as bad as they may seem, might be the best ones.
Absolutely. The brother loved him.
Yeah.
All his heart, whole life.
Yeah.
He's ready to sacrifice, dirty himself on the hand.
Yeah.
To save his brother from this dirty world.
Yeah.
That is not part of. It's just not belong to him.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, right?
And then another book that might have changed my life. I don't actually remember the name. I read this in year 12. But it's like I think The Devil as Your Boss, and it tells you how to be a business owner. Tells you how to be a boss.
Was that an English standard?
No, I didn't read it from school.
Oh.
That was just a time period I read it.
Okay.
But it tells you how to be a boss with the devil's power.
Okay.
What I mean is, what's the devil most famous for? Manipulation.
Yeah.
And it's to tell you how to be a boss and how to manage people.
Christian.
No, it's incredible. It's incredible how.
Oh, Christian.
To be honest, it doesn't talk about the devil.
I know.
But it's just the power of manipulation is crazy once you get it down. Like, you can get people to do some things like this.
Did you like Shakespeare?
No, couldn't care less.
Oh, really? But you like The Great Gatsby?
Yes.
What about The Great Gatsby like?
What about it do I like?
Yeah, what about the...
To be honest, The Great Gatsby, the story wasn't that fascinating for me, but The Great Gatsby, what I remember about it was the writing.
Okay.
How it was read.
Do you still read literature?
Sorry?
Do you still read any literature book?
No.
Classical literature? Okay.
Haven't read it in a long time. Alchemist is my first book that I've picked up for a long time, and what kind of art form do I consume?
Cinema or
I consume literal art, like artworks. I go to the New South Wales Art Gallery every sort of whenever they have a new thing.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, I go. The Powerhouse Museum is one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
They had a very powerful set. It was someone depicting Aboriginal people in modern day clothing and in modern day lifestyles, and it was very powerful. And how it just didn't fit. That's it's just not their life. And no matter even though we have Reconciliation Day, we have all this stuff, NAIDOC week and everything, it's just, this is not their life. But yeah, just actual artwork I really like.
Okay.
But yeah, music, TV shows.
What TV shows do you watch?
Rick and Morty.
Okay. Don't be ashamed. You should be proud of it. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Why you like
Lucifer.
Lucifer, yeah. New TV show.
Yep, Netflix.
Something devil. It's not devil.
Yeah. Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Just yeah, popular ones. I'm not the type to be like this TV show. I'm like, oh, I never heard of it.
Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria.
Did you like it?
I wasn't really big on it. It was very like too much for me. Like
Too graphical.
yeah, like I need to relax.
Is that a like real representation of the high school life?
No, maybe in America, in Australia.
Oh really?
I didn't see any of that.
Maybe because you're Christian.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the parties I was missing on Friday nights.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what was happening.
Okay. Who is the closest person in this world to you?
My sister.
Oh wow.
She doesn't even live in Sydney anymore. Haven't seen her in 3 months. Oh, she lives in Melbourne. She moved there with her fiance.
Okay.
But she's still the closest. Even I was in Vietnam and she was still the closest to me.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
More than your girlfriend.
Yep.
That's incredible. Okay.
Oh, girlfriend doesn't get anywhere near my sister. Like, no offense. I love my girlfriend. Yeah, I know. No, I love my girlfriend and she's very, she's close to me and everything, but my sister's got her own place. Communicates with me in like
text or verbal and just anything.
Well, my girlfriend, because I see her the most. Yeah.
Do you often take risk?
Big risk taker.
Okay, tell me about it.
Lol. I watched like a YouTube video. It was like the next best thing to make money, and I lost like $1,000 out of nowhere.
Oh, wow.
I just got scammed.
Okay.
Remember like the whole wave of NFTs?
Yeah.
I made money off it, but then I also got scammed like $1,000. So yeah, big risk taker. But like, why not? Like seriously. I hate people who save money and don't spend it at all. I hate those people. Dude, you're living. You're like literally every day you breathe and then that's it. Like, that's why, I bet a lot.
Oh, really? What are you betting on?
Horse racing,
Oh, wow.
soccer,
Okay.
boxing, cricket, rugby.
Do you often win?
Uh,
What about the poker machine?
No, that's
Oh.
dangerous.
Okay.
I do blackjack.
Do your parents know about this?
Yes,
Okay, fair enough.
they don't like it.
Okay.
Comfortable?
Confident.
Confident, yes. I don't back down, really. I'm confident.
What's the source of your confidence?
The source of my confidence? Not caring.
What other people think?
Yeah, I do not care.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I've always thought why I do this. Because my parents aren't confident people. Well, like they are, but like they're not like me.
Right.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I always wondered how I got that. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I'll think about it.
Okay. You've never got depressed or anything like that, have you?
No, I have, of course.
No, like depressed as in like, I wish I don't exist anymore or something like that. Not that level.
I had my moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't think anyone hasn't, but I've had my moments.
Okay.
100%.
How come? Because you're so, full of energy, outgoing guy, full of confidence.
When was this? This is like year 8. I just had a really rough patch. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. But no, I'm not a depressed guy.
Okay. How do you better yourself or making some progress in your life from now on? What's the move?
I'm actually trying to do something. I'm trying to be less angry. I'm a very angry person. maybe you could have guessed that, but I don't know. I get really angry really quickly for no reason.
Oh, really?
Like, to the point I'm like, dude, why are you getting angry? like something simple would happen. My girlfriend's like, dude, are you okay? I'm like, no. And I don't even know why. I just, I get very angry really quickly. So I'm trying to not get angry. That's my New Year's resolution.
Okay.
Every day's a new day for me. I don't have routines. I don't wake up at the same time. I don't do the same thing. Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phone, smartphone? Not really. That's good. Gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's again, gym's not a routine for me. Same time every day.
Oh, okay.
Gym-
Not like every week. I have to 3 days a week.
No, like it is like that, but not same like time and everything. Like
okay.
people do it. They're like 7 p.m. is always gym.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay. Are you feeling pessimistic or optimistic about our future?
Very. I think we're one of the luckiest generations of our time.
How come?
There's so much to achieve. There's so much available at our hands, you know. I think, you know, before us everything was going very, very slowly, but it was moving up. But I think next 10 years is going to be a straight line up.
Oh, really?
100%. The amount of technology that you see nowadays, like, I don't know if you heard, but Las Vegas Police Department are going to deploy police robots that can actually kill. Like, that's heavy, crazy stuff. But what I'm thinking is if there's police officers, robot police officers that can kill, there's robot surgeons that can do very hard surgeries. So, 100%.
But are we access to those resources?
Yes, we will be. We will have access very soon.
Okay.
I think very soon we're going to come to a society where everyone needs to work and everyone needs to put in the same amount. And people who don't, they won't survive, genuinely. You see all those homeless people, they won't survive in the next 10 years. Because in the next 10 years, I think everyone's going to be educated. I think everyone will have some sort of job, some sort of stability. Yeah. At least I hope it's like that.
Do you believe that?
How do you mean?
Do you believe that's what it's like?
Yeah. I believe and I hope so.
Change about yourself in next 7 years, couple of years.
Couple of years, great.
Yeah.
I'd like to motivate myself to stay motivated.
Okay.
I'm very good at motivating myself. Like, I'm very good at like first day of the gym, I'm like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah.
By the 7th day, I'm like, God damn, this is hard. You know, so I definitely motivate myself to stay motivated. Because I think with motivation, I have a lot of potential.
Okay. What do you like about yourself?
I don't want to sound shallow.
No, that won't be. That's all right.
My confidence.
Okay.
I like
that's
the
great.
fact that I can just walk up to a guy and be like, "What's up?" And then next minute, I'm having lunch with him. I don't know. My confidence is. I like my confidence.
What do you see yourself in 7 years? How old are you now?
18.
Oh, so you're younger.
Yeah.
2004.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
04.
Okay. So you'll be
26.
25.
25.
Yeah.
So I'm not good at maths.
It's okay. 25 years old. What would you be doing?
As a 25-year-old,
Arsha?
I'll be in the police force. Hopefully as a detective. And I would have graduated from my degree.
I thought you're doing a sports science degree.
Yeah.
You want to be a policeman. You didn't talk about when I asked about ambition.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, no, I just want to get my degree because it's a degree I like. But I want to get my degree and go in the police force. And if I don't like it, I use my degree and become like a coach or something.
How long does it need to how many what's the process of becoming a policeman?
So becoming a policeman, you take a test. You pass that test, and then you go to uni for like 6 months.
Okay.
And then 6 months you go to somewhere called Goulburn to a police academy, and you graduate from there. You go into being a police officer, and I think it's 12 months of probation, and then you are a police officer.
Wow. So when did you want to be a police officer?
By 26. Or by 24.
When did you realize, I want to be a policeman?
When did I realize that? When I realized how like rewarding it is to be a police officer.
Okay.
They get paid really well.
Oh, really?
They get paid good money, less taxes, good healthcare. And you know, if you're a police officer and you want to buy a house, you get the first house buyer's thing. So you don't have to pay stamp duty or anything.
Shit.
And as a police officer, you put down a 1% deposit, 1%, and the government pays 30% of your mortgage.
That's incredible. Wow, it's like...
Yep, and out of the academy, you're on a 70k a year salary.
From the beginning.
Yep. It's good. And it's sick being a police officer. You literally can tell someone what to do. No, I'm kidding. I won't be that type of police officer, but yeah.
Oh, wow. So we're gonna see Arshia in 7 years with a uniform, and
hopefully for a good reason.
yeah, and then we're gonna film you whole day and just how your life.
Genuinely, I promise you, if I'm a police officer, but when you interview me, I'll come with my uniform and my car.
And we're gonna look. I made it, guys.
Yeah.
Police officer. Yeah. How's the experience of being filmed?
It was so good.
Really.
So fun. It was very open conversation.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's great. Hey. What else do you like about it?
No judgment.
Okay. No judgment.
That's definitely very good. I liked it.
No judgment. Yeah.
And very good questions. Very, very good questions. You really got me thinking.
That's awesome. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that your life will also inspire other people's life a little bit.
Thank you.
Giving to a different perspective.
Oh, I'm going to be bold.
Really?
There's not a single man in my family who has hair.
Really?
Yeah. So you're going to see a bald Arshia in 7 years.
That's alright. You got a confidence.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. What do you like about primary school that you didn't happen in high school that you didn't like about high school?
Pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah. There was no pressure in primary school. You could not do homework for a whole 5 years and no one would even know.
Oh wow.
There was just no pressure at all. There was nothing. And I don't know, I feel like the teachers I had did it really poorly. Because, a teenager is bursting with hormones, especially a boy, I was in year 9, I was ready to fight. So teachers need to be like, they should not give me a reason to want to annoy them. Trust me, I annoyed some teachers because I wanted to make it. It was personal for me, because they were rude to me, and I didn't like it. So I was going to make life hell for them. You saw what we did for my cup day, did you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that. That was all personal. Kids who like their teachers wouldn't do that kind of stuff. Kids who like their teachers would throw toilet paper around and put balloons. I don't know, some stupid thing. We did what we wanted to do.
Wow.
I had to stop people from graffitiing,
really?
spray painting.
Wow.
That would have been bad. Anyways.
Yeah. What else you didn't like about high school? Because you hate it.
I don't know.
You hated being there.
Yeah, I just hated it. It was it's so big. The rooms are smelly.
Oh.
No aircon. And you just sit there and they just go on and on and on and on and on.
Very strong class difference growing up. Because, you are
100%.
quite well off. Tell me about the class difference.
100%. I was a kid who lived in a 1-bedroom apartment in Eastwood, and I would go to my friend's house who have my mate had 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms.
Oh, wow.
What do you need it for? And he was an only child.
Oh, really?
What do you need that for?
Who's
So-
that? I want to know.
Huh?
Who's that?
Oh, you wouldn't know him. He's from primary school. But yeah, that's just stupid. I definitely experienced it, 100%. But I was never the type to be jealous or be like, oh, I wish I had this. I told you I was happy. Oh.
Okay. What about the people who worse off than you?
I never knew anyone personally that was worse off than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would just see them in the street or something, but I never knew anyone.
Because when you're doing sports, there are lots of the private school kids, they also do sports. And have you noticed that difference?
Yes.
What?
I would walk to the game and they would come up with a Maserati or something.
Okay.
It's...
What about the people you encounter with them? Did you notice the slight difference?
Someone from the West, friendly. Hey brother, how you going? No worries, bro. Good game.
Yeah.
Even honestly, fighting with lower class people is more fun than fighting with upper class people.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Because I remember we got into a fight one time at this club with these posh kids. We were in the northern beaches, and they were just They weren't doing anything. They just kept swearing and they just kept shouting. I was like, dude, if you want to fight, let's get down to it. Like, you know, they don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not used to it, but upper class people, everything with them, it just doesn't match. They just can't. They don't match with anything. You know, they can't. Like, you take them to a party, they don't talk to anyone. They don't socialize. I don't know. Dickheads. I don't like them. I don't have any friends from like the good areas. My good area starts in Penno and ends in Penno. And it just goes further down from there. Parramatta, Marylands.
Okay. Do you have friends over there?
Yeah, 100%.
What kind of friends are they?
Soccer friends.
Okay.
They're the funnest friends.
Do you hang out together?
Yeah.
Do you party?
No.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are like religious Muslims.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah. We play soccer a lot. Train.
Iranian? Persian?
Some, yeah. Some African.
How's your language going?
My language?
Yeah, Persian.
Yeah, good. I'm struggling with reading and writing it at the moment.
Speaking is fine.
Speaking is fun, yeah. I speak at home. Yeah.
Have you tried to learn any other languages?
Yes, I have definitely tried to learn Armenian because my girlfriend is Armenian.
Okay.
It just sounds gibberish. It sounds like Chewbacca is trying to speak. Like, rah, rah, rah. I can't do it.
Do you think you might get...
Damn.
No, it's okay. Do you think you'll get married to this girl?
Whoa, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. That's cute.
I imagine myself kneeling down to someone and I don't see anyone else's face. Maybe I guess that's a good thing. But yeah,
okay.
No, I definitely do. This is probably the first time I'm thinking about marriage.
Okay. This right now?
Yeah,
Oh.
like my current girlfriend. Before that, I never really crossed my mind that much.
Let's talk about a bit of tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
So is that? Who's that?
That's Zeus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a bit of playboy and fuckboy?
Zeus.
Yeah.
A little bit.
No, more than as far as I know, he screwed up every single female in the whole, like, just did everything. Animals, whatever. That's.
Yeah. He's all. Yeah.
Why Zeus?
Because Zeus. He's the best. He's the
Like,
number one.
We're gonna show a little bit of tattoo. Yeah, tattoo. Oh shit.
I got this in Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah, I got a second one as well.
Oh, that's Thailand as well.
Yeah.
What is that?
This says "Saved by Christ" in Hebrew.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Oh wow.
I like this angle.
What?
I like this angle
What
because
angle?
I talk to you, but then that's here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.